Good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold and we're going to be running for the next 1 hour. So without further ado, let's give you these updates. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has threatened to sack underperforming parish chiefs in his latest war against poverty. He has instructed members of parliament to work with parish chiefs in the fight against poverty at household level, and MPs should also report parish chiefs who do not comply. President Museveni was speaking during the NRM Parliamentary Caucus at State House Entebbe that endorsed Jacob Oboth as the Speaker and Thomas Tayebwa as Deputy Speaker.
Speaking to the members of NRM Parliamentary Caucus at State House Entebbe, Museveni took the entire afternoon meeting tasking the newly elected members of Parliament on fighting poverty, which he says has been identified by the NRM party as a major problem in the society.
That politics should be what is to be done first and foremost. What is to be done, why and how. What is to be done, why and how. In other words, you start with the diagnosis of the society you are leading, and you find out what problem they have, and you participate in designing a cure, diagnosis and treatment. Now the diagnosis has already been done for you by the NRM. We have analyzed these problems. They are well known.
He told the members to work with the parish chiefs to preach the gospel of wealth creation and report to him those underperforming ones.
Now, instead of wasting time in Kampala, traveling, that's what has killed many MPs. Kampala, benchmarking in China, in India, in what? That's how we lose MPs. Your mandate is not in India, it's not in China. It is in Rajtura, or wherever you come from. So from now, go back to your constituency and call because you are a big person, member of parliament, chairperson of the constituency, of the NRM, call the parish chiefs in writing. Ombaka wa parliament abayita mujje mu lukiiko. Member of parliament is inviting you, come to the meeting. How many parishes do you have in your constituency? Order them to go back, because these parish chiefs are paid salaries. It's their work. Anybody who does not come, note him, inform Chief Whip to inform me, and we sack them.
Museveni discouraged the MPs against free cash offers to the voters, but instead empower them to create their own wealth.
Now, in your area, make sure that everybody has got land. Not use your money, don't use your money, your salary. Keep your salary for your children. Don't give it to villagers. That's confusion. You are confused. You are confused. I led people in war to fight. I never gave them any money. They were sacrificing themselves. I will say, let's go and fight and die, and they will follow me. So don't tell me those stories. I don't. It is you who don't listen. Tell them that I have no money to give you, but there's government money. In each parish, let's look for that money. Now, once all those who have got 1 acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, 4 acres go into this agriculture.
The president also warned legislators against borrowing from commercial banks that leaves them heavily indebted, hence making them not to concentrate on their duties.
Then, don't go into debts, avoid debts. Then the people come and see what you're doing. Say, I'm here, this is what I'm doing. I'm able to look after my family because I've grown 1 acre of coffee.
The 12th Parliament will be voting for their Speaker and Deputy Speaker tomorrow on Monday as the 12th Parliament officially kicks off. The NRM MPs are expected to vote for Jacob Oboth as the Speaker and Thomas Tayewa as Deputy Speaker, as endorsed by the NRM caucus. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Entebbe.
Months of consultation and intense discussions have finally shaped the NRM's leadership choices for Parliament. The ruling party endorsed Jacob Oboth and for Speaker and Thomas Tayewa for Deputy Speaker. Leaders said that the process ended in consensus as Parliament prepares to vote on Monday.
Endorsed by the Central Executive Committee and approved by the NRM Parliamentary Caucus. The decision is now official, signed and sealed.
We invite the candidates in question to step forward.
Jacob Oboth is the NRM party flag bearer for the position of Speaker of the 12th Parliament. It is a decision reached after months of consultations, days of discussions, and hours of deliberations.
And his candidature is unlikely to attract significant opposition or controversy from within or outside the party. His disposition as a unifier, as a unifying figure, is of particular strategic importance at the time when the nation requires stable, inclusive, and effective parliamentary leadership.
In making the decision, the ruling party appears to have avoided divisions many feared would emerge during the race.
The resolution was adopted on the 24th May 2026 and was effectively signed by the national chairman of the party, who is also the chair of the NRM party, and the secretary general of the party.
In this election, we shall apply page 1, eligibility for voting. All NRM members of the 12th Parliament are eligible to vote.
The NRM legislators also voted for the party flag bearer for the position of Deputy Speaker, settling on Thomas Tayewa.
Because I know that Honorable Tayewa is having institutional experience, and the Speaker, we voted well.
You know, the party is bigger than all of us. They had reasons as to why they chose the people they chose.
Facing a resolution of all the SEC members, and the presenter of the resolution is not even the Secretary General, but the President himself. It was a hard bargain.
Some legislators who had earlier shown interest in the positions eventually stepped aside. Independent but NRM-leaning legislator Pasis Namganza Princess is among those who withdrew from the contest.
Of course, me as a person who believes in the party principles and standards and processes, I have to abide by that. I want to congratulate them, Right Honorable Jacob Oboth and Right Honorable Thomas Tayewa for retaining his seat, and for the other one to have been nominated.
I accept to be bound by the decision of SEC, the Central Executive Committee, so that we can go forward as a country. Tomorrow is another day. Let us see what comes next.
As a cadre, I accepted to step down, and I'm going to inform my friends and my supporters. I've even already told everybody that according to the chairman's guidance, I have stepped down for the candidate of Deputy Speaker.
The duo welcomed the endorsement, pledging to put right what went wrong.
To reform that house, to change it completely, I don't need more than 1 hour of reform. because I only need to follow processes. I think there is where we had a lapse as a leader, and I want to take this opportunity to apologize to the nation.
And tomorrow, as we go out for the first sitting of Parliament where Speaker will be elected, I still count on the support of our members that will be able to make a statement to the whole country that this was by consensus and not coercion.
The two will now face opposition candidates for the top parliamentary positions on Monday, when members of the 12th Parliament cast their votes. Henry Okrut, UBC.
And in more news, Uganda's ambassador to Ethiopia and the permanent representative to the African Union, Rebecca Amuge Otengo, has led Uganda's delegation at the 87th Ordinary Session of the African Commission on Human and People's Rights held in Banjul, Gambia.
The 12-member Ugandan delegation was drawn from various ministries, departments, and agencies. While presenting Uganda's national reports, Ambassador Otengo highlighted the country's commitment to democratic governance, human rights, and socio-economic transformation.
The allocation has improved to about $3.393 million. Your Excellency Chair, Uganda recognizes that human rights are interconnected and indivisible, and therefore the promotion of human rights cannot be separated from the socio-economic transformation.
On Uganda's recent general elections, the ambassador appreciated the solidarity and support extended by the African Union leadership and member states, emphasizing the government's focus on politics of interest rather than identity.
Your Excellency Chair, Uganda successfully concluded its general elections in the period between January and February 2026 in a peaceful and orderly manner and in accordance with the prevailing law of our country. Government continues to emphasize to its citizens the importance of the politics of interest rather than the politics of identity. Within the multi-party dispensation, 12 political parties took part in the general elections and at various positions, beginning from the presidential, parliamentary, local level, and also including elections of special interest groups. These are the youth, the women, persons with disabilities, the workers, and the elderly.
The delegation also responded to concerns raised during the session, including questions regarding Uganda's position on receiving migrants from the U.S. through a bilateral agreement with the U.S. on the third country nationals.
At the presidential level, His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of the National Resistance Movement won with a decisive victory of 71.65, beating other 7 presidential contestants. The President was inaugurated on 12 May 2026, and we appreciate the presence of the Chair of the African Union Commission, the heads of state and government, former heads of state and government.
She also talked efforts by Uganda to combat gender-based violence and progress in socio-economic transformation.
In 2024, national census results indicated that 81.1% of households in Uganda can now access clean and safe water. Uganda remains committed to protection of persons in vulnerable situations, including the refugees, older persons, women and children, persons with disability, and we are undertaking targeted initiatives to improve the rights of these people. Uganda continues to pursue one of the most progressive refugee policy globally, and now we are providing homes to 1.9 million refugees that we host in our country.
Ambassador Otengo further outlined several government interventions aimed at improving livelihoods, promoting inclusiveness, and strengthening service delivery across the country.
We are contributing to the access to credit, job creation, economic resilience, and improved livelihood amongst the vulnerable population. In the past 4 years, Uganda has economically impacted 3.3 million households through the parish development model, and we have invested over $1 billion. The poverty rate has gone to half from 24% in 2011 to 16% in 2024.
She also confirmed that Uganda recommends African solidarity and collective effort and action in addressing emerging challenges like climate change, youth unemployment, food insecurity, terrorism, cyber threat, and transnational crimes.
Kawempe South B NRM party leaders have recognized the contribution of the Director NRM Mobilization, Rosemary Seninde, describing her work as instrumental in strengthening party structures and improving grassroots coordination. According to party officials, the mobilization efforts increased participation in party activities and also enhanced organization at community level.
Leaders attributed the party's recent electoral performance, often referred within party circles as a strong showing in the 2021 general elections.
We are here at the residence of Dr. Seninde Rosemary to thank her for the great work of mobilization she did in this last concluded election, whereby the president managed to score to gun down 71% of the votes, which was last seen in 1996. And we thank her for the strategy she came up with as a mobilizer, because we are mobilizers, as a mobilizer of 63 strategy, which was very, very, very good, which was involving every member of the structure on the ground.
To improved mobilization, Seninde is reported to have joined party leaders on a field visit to one of the demonstration agriculture projects associated with her community empowerment initiatives.
I'm grateful, I'm equally grateful and humbled to see that there are Ugandans who can come and say thank you. There are many times we always just see on social media being abused, you know, given names, making you, people saying you have eaten this, you have eaten that, you have stolen this, you have stolen that, and yet you are giving a good service. So sometimes that breaks a leader.
During the visit, leaders toured a poultry farming setup where discussions focused on small-scale agriculture as a tool for household income generation and poverty reduction. Seninde encouraged participants to embrace agriculture and other income-generating activities, noting that grassroots economic empowerment remains central to the NRM's development agenda.
I would like to pledge to my party, to my president, and to my people that I'm going to do everything it takes under the sun, with the help of the Almighty God, to do my work with a lot of commitment, with loyalty, with commitment. I will sacrifice my life to serve my party. I will sacrifice my life to serve my president and to serve my people.
She also engaged with local leaders on strengthening mindset change and promoting self-reliance among communities through practical development programs. For UBC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
A government-run innovation program at UICT is turning student projects into income-generating ventures, with officials saying that the goal is to help learners convert classroom ideas into real opportunities after graduation. Out of 50 projects evaluated, 25 were selected for training and mentorship, and 10 made it to the final pitching stage, where 4 teams emerged winners. Organizers stressed that all the 25 participants are considered successful for advancing through the pipeline, and this was during the closing of the Innovation Bootcamp by the Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology at ICT Hub in Nakawa.
The Uganda Institute of Information and Communications Technology, UICT's Bootcamp, is turning student projects into market-ready solutions. The 3-day bootcamp had 27 student innovation teams for hands-on training and mentorship. The theme, transforming student innovations into market-ready solutions for national development. The bootcamp connected students with mentors and industry experts to commercialize their academic projects.
We are looking at startups, we are looking at patents, we are looking at commercializations, And what we are doing is, how can we support our students to produce these market-ready solutions that they're able to make money from? And the government has committed quite a lot of money on this through the science, technology, and innovation to support many of these, those that are transitioning to industry.
The Senior Consultant, Research and Innovation at UICT, Savio Mwaka, says the initiative will strengthen collaboration between students, faculty and industry, and position UICT as a leading center for innovation-driven technical and vocational education, plus competence-based training.
They've actually put in a lot of effort. But our challenge in terms of our youth, we think that we are going to use the Luseke syndrome, whereby you're going to just be given money. It does not work like that. And that's what we are telling our students. We are telling them to wake up to the real world. The world is harsh to those who don't push for opportunity.
The project sponsor, Ivan Karugaba, has stated that the program aligns Uganda's national priorities under codenamed ATMS, which is agro-industrialization, tourism development, mineral development, and science, technology, and innovation.
Young people innovating around electronics and maybe systems, maybe AI, they all need a certain level of investment in terms of infrastructure, in terms of equipment. So government has actually invested so much in the infrastructure. So when it comes to commercialization, unlike in the past, right now it's a bit easier for an innovator to come up with an idea, have that idea maybe built, prototyped through, let me give an example of Luera Electronics, an example of a value chain or an ecosystem that has been locally done very efficiently, has been design and manufacturing of electronics.
The bootcamp held at the National Innovation Hub in Nakawa is part of UICT's mandate to drive applied research, entrepreneurship, and industry collaboration in Uganda's tech and engineering ecosystem.
The Executive Director of Uganda Communications Commission, George William Nyombi Tembo, has assured Ugandans of total internet connection across the country with a 5G network. He says that access to communication and digital technologies is a necessity in unlocking social and economic opportunity.
He made the remarks while officiating the installation of the 32nd President, Bweyogerere Nambole Rotary Club.
Digital literacy. Even some of us who think that really we understand how to use our phone, research has is that all of us on average you have phones. The capacity of a phone, we only use about 15% of it. We leave it to waste. 85% is left to waste.
The past district governor, District 9213, Stephen Mwanje, asked the installed president of the club, Rotarian Lilian Vako, to ensure the established projects are completed.
And the responsibility is to move this club from now to the next level. And the club, I don't know many, I don't know of another by the way, which has got a project as ambitious as the project we have here in vocational.
The presidential advisor on elderly persons and a member of Rotary Club of Mbalwa, Omumbeja Nasolo Pauline, noted that the elderly need connection to contribute to society.
Just guide us how we can move on, and if those who have made mistakes, maybe they are women in high classes.
Rotarian Lilian Vako said this year the focus is creating sustainable change to benefit communities.
In our community, we promote projects, and the projects majorly in this area.
The outgoing president of the club, Rotarian Peace Flavia Lukavia, said the major highlight 2025 was handling over vital hospital equipments to Masindi General Hospital.
I'm thrilled to announce that our efforts were recognized across the district. Our club emerged as the winner of the district award for the best project supporting peace building and conflict.
Benon Mokwaya and Richard Chirembeka report.
Soroti City has officially sworn in newly elected political leaders, with the new administration promising improved service delivery, unity and accelerated development. The ceremony held in Soroti City saw City Mayor Francis Asudu, division mayors and councillors take oath before Soroti Chief Magistrate Her Worship Hilda Bakanansa Walaga, assisted by the Assistant Returning Officer Luke Osele.
16 leaders, including 15 councillors and the city mayor, were sworn in during the colourful ceremony attended by cultural leaders, district officials and residents. The newly elected council leadership included Faith Nagawa as Speaker and Patricia Ayo Elobo as Deputy Speaker.
I, Nagawa Faith, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will at all times well and truly serve.
Right Reverend Dr. Joseph Esiru Oriach, Bishop of Soroti Catholic Diocese, called on leaders to embrace servant leadership, seek God's wisdom and remain committed to the people.
A good name is more desirable than great riches and high esteem than gold and silver. So seek to preserve your name, the name of the city. And you are the light of the world, so salt of the city and light of the city. And when you prioritize God's plans for his people, hear what the Lord said to Solomon. I give you also what you have not asked, both riches and honor.
Mayor Francis Asudu pledged to work closely with government to improve services and transform Soroti City.
I will deliver my services. I will work together with the government in authority. I will work with the cultural leaders and together with you, my friends, to bring the change and the change that you deserve to Soroti City. It is a city which is developing. I also want to thank the outgoing government.
Former Mayor Joshua Edogu appealed for unity and teamwork.
We want to be neat even when we are small in terms of area. We want to be smart even when in terms of population we are the least. There's a lot we can do. Soroti City is an agricultural city, not aviation. Soroti is not even an airport. Arua is an airport. Entebbe is an airport.
Resident City Commissioner Mike Okrut urged the new administration to fight corruption and prioritize effective service delivery for the people of Soroti City.
I have also said the slogan issued by His Excellency the President of no sleep and no corruption must be observed to the dot. Already you have seen that a few of our technical staff have fallen short of observance of no corruption.
The just sworn-in members of parliament have shunned corruption and pledged to work with President Museveni in the fight against corruption. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on the 12th of this month, after swearing in to convene this country on the 7th term, stated it clearly that this time around it is not going to spare any corrupt government official.
The Member of Parliament for Shema North, Shema District, Elioda Tumwesije, said that leaders must ensure that the service provided to the people is proper and the business of misappropriating funds to other personal gains should not arise in the 12th House, saying corruption has killed this country.
Passing through as Member of Parliament would, as of necessity, require me to ensure the roles of oversight, of legislation and representation are carried out well. I must be able to oversee what the government is doing, as well as give an input into what ministries are doing, what sectors are doing.
The Member of Parliament for Kashari South Mbarara District, retired Captain John Bosco Tumusime, categorically stated that this Chisanjo of no sleep tends to remind the electorates that fighting poverty should be on the agenda.
Sanja Akuna Kurar is about teamwork and fight poverty. That's the most important thing. I have been telling my people that a parent cannot take his child to school. He pays school fees for all those years. And he comes out with good qualifications. Then when he comes to get the job, you say, bring money. And you expect a bribe. We are there.